Hello, chào mừng đã quay trở lại. Bây giờ mình sẽ làm cái nhiệm vụ Lôi thần y nguyên địa đàng vĩnh hằng, chương 2 màn 1. Con đường kiếm đạo lát bằng ước mơ. Ok, bây giờ mình tìm Trung Trang nói chuyện thôi. Thì ở đợt trước mình nói chung là cái video đó mình bị mất rồi. Tóm gọn là như vậy. Ayaka, mình đã gặp Ayaka và Ayaka nhờ mình đi nói chuyện với lại 3 người bị tước division. Và trong hai người đầu tiên mình gặp thì hai người đó đã làm được những việc rất là tốt. Nhưng mà kể từ khi họ mất vision đi thì họ không nhớ cái lý do tại sao mình lại làm cái việc đó nữa. Ví dụ như là ở người thứ nhất nha, ông ấy giúp đỡ những người già khác, câu cá, chăn rau, rồi chờ đợi một tình yêu suốt 30 năm. Nhưng mà khi bị mất vision thì ông ấy không nhớ tại sao ông ấy lại phải chờ đợi một ai đó. Rất là cảm động đúng không? Còn cái người thứ hai thì là một người lính. Anh ta chuyên lấy quỹ lương của mình để mua lương thực cho mọi người. Và anh ấy đeo cây kiếm của cha. Trên cây kiếm của cha khắc chữ nhân nghĩa, có nghĩa là lúc nào cũng phải hy sinh vì người khác. Cho nên là anh ấy là người rất là tốt. Nhưng mà từ khi mất division thì anh ấy lại không nhớ lý do mình mua lương thực cho những người khác làm gì. Khi mua cho người khác nè, là anh ấy lại bị không có tiền mà còn đi dùng tiền của mình mua lương thực cho người khác. Rồi khi anh ấy quên là anh ấy mua lương thực cho họ thì họ bắt đầu trách móc anh ấy. Nhưng mà sau khi cuối cùng anh ấy ngẫm nghĩ, anh ấy lại nghĩ ra được rằng là cái việc làm anh ấy làm rất là ý nghĩa. Quan trọng nhất là việc nhân việc nghĩa, chứ không phải là vì lợi lộc tiếng tăm. Ok, bây giờ mình sẽ đến với người thứ ba. Những người mất vision thì giống như là mất đi ý nghĩa cuộc sống.
It's a good thing you didn't arrive any early. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. One of them was Anzai. Since they wouldn't stop calling his name, the ritual has now begun. Oh, please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Chỉ theo thôi. Trong nguy quá.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Don't blink!
Đây rồi.
Aha! Suspicious
How? Are you sure you're... Unless...
excuse me! And what are you doing
Bad news? I'll have you know I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior? What?
Anzai? Yes. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else's... When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had lost. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world.
Wow.
He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter
có vẻ
him
như
from this goal.
cái người
No matter.
Sure sounds like he meant
cái người
business.
này, cái người
So
mà bị
how
mất
come you
vision thứ
don't
ba
wanna
là một người
ever
rất
see
là
him again?
mê kiếm đạo, là một thiên tài, là một người luyện tập rất là cực khổ.
Because until he arrived, I was, of all the disciples, I
Em
was
ra
the
là
most
người kiên
gifted.
quyết.
I had trained the longest. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword.
Mặc dù ghen ghét nhưng đây là một người có lòng tự trọng, vẫn biết thừa nhận tấm lòng truy cầu kiếm
So,
đạo của người
when I
khác.
heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, so you see, I came here not... Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
Ok, mình đi coi coi nghi thức trừ tà đã tiến hành như thế nào rồi.
What? You're saying he isn't? Does that mean that he's just lost his mind?
Nanako,
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of it. But spirits may take a myriad of forms, and all is certainly not lost. For
Lady Yai? Is that...
Ồ,
The
chị
head
hay.
shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami?
correct, Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you, I must leave now. But we...
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sins?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to...
No, that's not what I meant. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Ồ, mình phải lên ngọn núi kia. Oh shit, xa thế.
Speed of light!
Thôi cao quá.
Incoming! Don't blink! Yahoo!
Ủa? Thiệt là khó hiểu. Mình phải lấy con đấy đã. Ủa? 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 Ủa?
Incoming.
Mình tăng độ sáng xíu mọi người ơi. Sợ quá. Sợ rớt quá.
Don't blink. Here we go.
Wow. No, 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 no. Làm thế nào để lên ở đây? Bình tĩnh, bình tĩnh.
Incoming.
Vẻ như là đây. Wow. Thêm một điểm công cạnh. Mở khóa, mở khóa. Oh, man. Sợ thế.
Another bad one? Protection of the electral armor. May the blessings of the sacred Sophia rule eternally.
Do you think that's Lady Giải? Oh, no wonder Junior is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, it was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Late Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered.
Lady Giải, it must be this is nothing like him at all. In the...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me.
But...
Yes. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he sucked as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition...
Your school practices make you stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that... There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was... Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple? And if Lady I'm not sure the path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. Much like a certain fatally Poor sensei.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or... You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are... It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, but that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak.
But what if one day the same thing happened? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if there's a chance they'll end up like me one day? I'd rather they stay with...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the I can't know whether I will suffer in my... I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambition. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, are not in this...
I'm sorry to have made you worry for... I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. But as your sensei, I shall commit to him. This is my promise.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong... Well, don't just stick...
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can...
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, the wind that blows from... For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Lôi thần ngày trước là lôi thần cũ.
I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Eyes! She seems super mysterious. We can come back to it another time. For now...
Ok, bây giờ chúng ta sẽ báo cho Ayaka. Và mình sẽ nhận clip đây luôn. Và mình đã hoàn thành cái việc mà đi hỏi thăm ba người bị mất vision rồi. Clip tiếp theo là mình sẽ quay về và báo cho Ayaka. Ok không các bạn? Tạm biệt, cảm ơn các bạn đã quan tâm theo dõi clip của mình.